Yeah. I'm surprised no Priya, because I guess Priya's basically running over the officials today too. Pre-patch, like get it while the going's good.
Yeah, I
But
mean, I think the only person, if we had a Priya player in here, it would probably be Nick. He might play the Priya later on, perhaps, but I don't expect
yeah,
him to change. He's Lucian has been working out, so I don't expect any change coming in from here. But that's another story to tell there. But let's get into this game here, Jaguar. What's going on from Snowsify here? Because he's been
right.
laddering up
Snowsify's let a
gold.
lot of combo, yeah, a lot of guitar string off there, and but we're still, despite that, only about even in damage. So we aren't seeing a Spear Ditto yet. It's going to be guitars there, and Ghost landing with the Nair, hits the Unlight, avoids the Dare, throws away Spear, going to be picking up Bow again. So Ghoul's on the edge, avoids the ground pound, and so the Snow gets a recovery off stage, and that Nair connects, not going to be enough to KO, and that end Sig, DC end Sig by Queen Knight, always dangerous, always put it, takes off the stop.
No, 100%. Now the stock's already been gone here, and Ghoul has to play catch-up game, and he hits end Sig, but nothing more. Still, though, I mean, he's still looking to try to get this KO out of here. You got the Kaya Spear. You could probably looking for maybe a signature, maybe a Delight Seer, perhaps. He gets a Pogo, nothing more. Going for the down Sig, not connecting.
Yeah.
What's going to be the
twice to
option
get the
here?
dodge read off after side light, and this time, does catch V dodge on a reaction. Just going for first, I think no dodge read at all. Then it was going for a dodge up and this time the Queen Nai dodged up again, and Ghost eventually caught it. So we are about even.
Yep, indeed. About even. Actually, yeah, it's even as can be here. But especially these are two. Do you remember Kaya? Not Kaya's defense. I know Kaya is a high defense legend here, but I believe Queen Eye, yeah, she's a pretty high defense legend as well too.
Yeah.
So
running speed stance, so one off the defense, but still, yes, much higher than the normal legend.
Yeah, well, we're running two big tanks here, believe it or not. But a big nice Ensig is gonna catch
And there's the
end. Doesn't KO
it. It catches a lot of dodges. That Ensig will absolutely, and recovery almost enough there. Weapon through to protect. So Kaya on that spear, and good punish of the GCD Sig over on Queen Nai,
Nice.
and that sweeper will take it.
100% there, and just like that, we're seeing that Ghoul already. I mean, he's trying to take a lead here, and nice downside coming in from Snowsify, able to get that stock out of there, and just like that, immediately ties it up. Seems like we have a neck and neck match here, Jaguar.
Yeah, absolutely. Like this, very much seeing both interesting ways of reading on Spear. I play Spear a lot, so I'm kind of see like a lot of how to approach this. Not able to take off the top right now, but Dare misses.
Yeah.
Not able to get too much. Not able to really punish off the side light. Punishes the Stare. Goes for soft read, does not make it. Dare hits. Weapon throw, and now Kaya has the bow. Nair to juggle. Does not get punished for hanging around near bow aerially.
Ooh,
And there's the Dare.
Recovery.
Ground pound did not connect, and it's for soft read again. This time the Ghoul dodges down in, and right now it's about even. Between having a slight damage lead. Sarah does not connect. Again going for that jump nair read, and this time Ghoul dodged out. So I wonder if you're going to see any adjustments next time Queen Nai hits side light.
Spirited here. Downsy connects from Snowsify, sends him so far off stage. Ghoul, though, able to live another day. Ghoul still on the edge, just trying to find a footing, but a second time the
there's a downsy.
And leads to the KO.
Yeah, really covering the area.
And just like that, Snowsify taking game number 1. Wow. I mean, look at that. Yeah. What an amazing start here for this side here. And I would say this game, neck and neck between these two Spray players. Speaking of Jaguar, our sponsor for today, Ubisoft, we're going to be giving away a Mandalorian code for the winner of this tournament here. So first place prize, they're going to be getting that crossover code of the Mandalorian. So, we might be seeing one of these guys in the grand finals, perhaps. Two of these probably Spear players. But we are going to be seeing a swap here, Jaguar, from Ghoul. He's going to be going over to the Petra, which is a very, it's a jump from Kaya over now to Orb Gauntlet. So, let's see how this works out for him.
This is the first time we'll be seeing Orb this tournament here, so we'll see how it plays against the, especially going into Queen Nai.
Yeah.
We have seen Gauntlets before.
And
we did have the we did have a set with that before the Vitebska.
Yeah. And you know, one thing I kind of wanted to point out as well, too. I mean, Ghoul making the swap from the Kaya over now to the Petra. That's a huge defense swap as well, too, Jaguar. So, I mean, with the defense change, you know, how is Ghoul going to be, you know, applying now? I mean, this legend swap from the Kaya now over to the Petra. How is it going to work out? But, anyway, I mean, it seems like, you know, game number 1 is kind of being replicated here in this second game. As you're seeing, it's neck and neck once again between both of these players.
Right. So as far as like a defense goes, well, Nai is always someone you have to contend with just because of a high strength.
Right.
So maybe it will help. I wonder if like it's weapon thing and there's the end sig to take. The stock Queen Nai's sig kit is also really powerful. We saw down sigs earlier on Spear catching a lot of area, and we saw that end sig catches, and of course end sig on guitars is really solid and can KO catches dodges too. So
Snowsify, I mean,
we'll have to play around it.
He did a great job in kind of starving the weapon a little bit and building up some damage, and that's what he did there. He racked up a nice bit of damage, gets a sort of lead going, and he's still, I mean, aggressing, going for these leads, even though he's in this position where, I mean, he's on his first stock. Oh my god, the guitars!
Weapon throw, Ghoul won't make it back, and Queen Nai is now up a stock and change.
This is just a complete swap from game number 1, where we saw, you know, Ghoul going back and forth with some guy like Snowsify, and now you're seeing Snowsify, he's playing so phenomenal, got the lead, I mean, got a whole stock extra credit now, and it seems like Snowsify, he's in the driver's seat of this set here, and Ghoul has to answer back. He swapped over to this Petra from the Kaya, and I'm not sure if it was a wise choice now.
Oh, Ghoul's on Orb, really, for the first time. Did take the Orb with the first stock. Did finally take the first stock, landing a few hits on Orb, so far seems to be a bit more effective on Orb than was in Gauntlet. There's side lights there.
Going for the down there, but didn't catch with the peak. But Snowsify gets his footing back up on stage here, but still Ghoul sends him off stage. And Ghoul has been doing well off stage into getting, I mean, these hits and denying Snowsify stage control, but now you're seeing they're fighting for stage control now. Snowsify holding his ground just a little bit, but gets hit by the side sig. Ghoul hits the recovery. Now weapon starving. Snowsify goes for the end sig. No punish coming in from him. 2-piece combo, and just like that, Ghoul tying up the stock count.
Yeah, Ghoul to stay on Orb here. Definitely seems to be more effective on Orb in this game than on Gauntlets. There's Sidelight Sair again. Like, really getting the punishes off with Sair and Sidelight Sair. Not able Queen Nai not able to get off the punish follow. Hit Sidelight, but not able to get anything more. Going for D-Sig, everyone knows it's coming because you see the charge animation, but Ghoul able to avoid it.
Yeah. I mean, these signatures from Queen Nai is dangerous, man. I mean, those down sigs we see time after time again where Ghoul just ran into them and it connected. But Snowsify switches it up with a nice end sig, and just like that, is going to be taking the second game and now has Ghoul on match point in today's tournament. And this is tournament point as well, too.
Right, because we're in the elimination round 1, so the loser in this game will be in 7th place. So I think if I'm Ghoul, I'm really hoping like what I did with Orb, I was effective with Orb. I'm gonna try it again and try to focus on Orb this time and just really focus on punishing the Queen Nai and avoiding things like lingering in their end sig zone, which was a bit unfortunate. But otherwise, it was actually a pretty good comeback by Ghoul, even though it wasn't. Even though Ghoul didn't take the game.
3, 2,
yeah.
1, brawl.
So let's get into this next game here. We're going to be getting into game number 3, where once again, like I said, Snowsify has Quincy or Ghoul on match point. And, I mean, oh my god, look at this string here, Jaguar.
Yeah, caught the down and in dodge. I guess I was wondering when that was going to happen. Eventually, Snow is going to pick up on that. But right now, Nair doesn't get the juggle off the top. That was really close. And now this time, Ghoul dodges out and away. Sorry, up and away. Yeah, you see, like Snow's now really going for those downward dodges after side light. So I think Ghoul now recognizing it's changing it up here. Goes for a read with side C to try to take the stock. It doesn't connect because Ghoul again dodged up. Ghoul getting a lot of stuff out off an Orb. Snow has no choice but to dodge back to stage and get caught right by the ground pound. And Ghoul is up the first stock. And what a combo right now. Like 6 pieces, but eventually misses, and then the recovery will take it off the top. But I wouldn't be too bad. I wouldn't be too upset with that because he did get Snow all the way to orange.
Yeah.
Right now, landing safely there. We have a side stick to connect, and just like that, this number side stick connects. Now it's up a whole stock with the Petra. So really showing effective play on that orb to really try to get back. Because he needs to win these next 3 games in a row to stay in the tournament.
No, 100%. You're going to have to reverse 3-0 in this set here in Ghoul. I mean, he's up for the task here, but a big N-Sig does connect. Doesn't send him far up, though, but sends him over onto the left side. And now we're seeing Snowsify locked in over onto the spear. Just looking to rack up some damage. Lands the Sair, though. Sends him far off stage. But still, Ghoul lives another day. I mean, he still has a stock to play around with here, but he wants to build up any extra credit he can. He lands a 2-piece combo. Nothing more, though. Nice Sair, denying him from coming back to stage. Snowsify forced to go touch on the wall. Punishes the side stick. Goes for the N-Sig, not connecting, though. It seems like Ghoul is kind of figured out these signatures a little bit and has been avoiding them, but he does not avoid the recovery, and just like that, Snowsify tying up the stock count.
Yeah, Snowsify staying on guitar. It's interesting because I figured like if I'm Spear, I'm going to be going for sidelight. If it lands, I'll go for recovery since Ghoul is dodging up most of the time. But maybe it's this sort of counterplay you have to worry about when you're choosing a weapon here.
Huge.
All right, now Snowsify just picking up a 4 or 5 hits.
Yeah, and still continuing here, Jaguar.
Catching on that. So we are suddenly in a situation. Ghoul was up a whole stock, and now it is very close. Ghoul's still leading, but it's not too far. Sidelight doesn't get it. Sidelight there.
No, that could have been such a misplay from him. Oh my goodness, Snowsify.
And dodges sidelight there. Like Ghoul is desperately looking for the KO to
No
stay
way.
in this set.
No
and
way.
The connects.
Ghoul brought it so far. He had such a lead. There's no way he drops it here with an N-Sig. And just... Oh my god. Just like that. There's no shot. Snowsify. Just absolutely... What? No, we gotta look at these replays. You guys have to look at these replays. What do you make of that, Jaguar?
Wow, I thought like the orb was doing really well on Ghoul's doing really well on orb, and then of course that was a really unfortunate combo drop to have. But really showing getting a lot of the damage there, and just like adjusting sort of Queen Nai reading through on Spear, and so did change up stuff once it got red, once getting familiar with that style. But unfortunately, it wasn't really enough to reverse 3-0 Snowsify.
Yeah, I mean, that was just such a shocker of a set. I mean, you look at kind of what happened throughout that game. You saw that he was so much up. I mean, wow. Oh my goodness. Quincy was up so much by so much. And then just somehow, Snowsify just at the end just locked in and won.